Hi, I'm Jim, and today we're going to be running through how to work around expensive legendary decks when you don't have the cards because you haven't been playing the game very long, or you've got no money to spend on internet cards. So what I've done is I pulled up a deck list for a legendary warrior control deck, and I've thrown in all the cards that I have so far, and we're going to work together and try and put together replacement cards for the legendaries and see if we can build a still viable deck to climb the ladder with. So first off, you're going to notice that I only have one Shield Slam. Shield Slam's a card that deals 1 damage to a minion for each armor you have. Now, a lot of the time, that just ends up being 2 damage because you hero power and then you Shield Slam. So you'll notice that Elven Archer deals 1 damage and the Brewmaster can pop it back in your hand. So there we have it. We've already got 2 damage and a 3/2 and a 1/1 on the field, which means we can shoot for 2 and then swing for 4 on the next turn for a total of 6 damage, which is a lot better than Shield Slam, which can't target the enemy hero's face. Next up on the chopping block, we have Brawl. Now, Brawl is a special card that destroys all minions in the battlefield except for one chosen at random. But we already have Whirlwind. Now, Whirlwind deals 1 damage to all minions, and when combined with a Kobold Geomancer, it's a fantastic board wipe that can take out all the minions on the field with 2 health, including Kobold Geomancer, which means that it reduces your exposure to Unleash the Hounds, which is widely regarded as one of the most broken cards in the game at the moment. Next we have Cairn Bloodhoof. Cairn Bloodhoof is a 4/5 that's got a Death Rattle which summons another 4/5, and we can very easily get around this by putting 2 Chillman Yetis in the deck and avoid the Iron Beak Owls, which are very common in Hunter decks. Now, next we have Gorehowl. Gorehowl's a 7/1 weapon that when it hits minions, it loses 1 damage instead of 1 durability, which we can very easily put back together using an Arcanite Reaper and then 2 upgrades, which actually gives us a 7/3 weapon, meaning we can swing at the opponent's face for 21 over 3 turns. That leaves them effectively with 9 health. At this point, wouldn't blame you to put in 2 Nightblades and just end the game straight away, but that's not the kind of deck this is. Next we have Baron Geddon. Now Baron Geddon, very strange card. It's a 7/5 which deals 2 damage to all characters at the end of each turn. Now, once again, we have the Whirlwind, which deals 1 damage to all minions, not characters, so you won't be taking the damage to the face when you put in another Kobold Geomancer for the super value combo wombo of 3 damage to all minions, including the Kobold Geomancers and including any and all 3 health minions that you have on your side of the field. Once again reducing your exposure to Unleash the Hounds. So now you notice that our deck is full and we still have a few more legendaries to put in, but because we've done such a clever workaround of the Shield Slam, we can actually take out the 2 Armor Smiths because we don't need them anymore. Now up next we have Ragnaros the Firelord, which is an 8/8, it cannot attack, it deals 8 damage to a random enemy character at the end of each turn. Now that can't be aimed, but if you take Leroy Jenkins and then put charge on him, you can in fact deal 8 damage and aim it, and then if you have any trouble from the Whelps, you can just play Whirlwind and wipe him out. Whirlwind's such a fantastic card for wiping out enemy 1/1s. Really good in combination with the Kobold Geomancer. So now the deck is so chock full of value, you can just go ahead and take out the Acolytes of Pain. Why would you need to draw cards if all the cards you're playing are so potent in combination that 1 + 1 can equal 3? Now, Grommash Hellscream is a difficult card to recreate. He's a 4/9 with charge and enrage +6, so he often ends up being a 10/8 with charge. So, given that that's a bit hard to get around, we're just going to go ahead and put in a Faceless Manipulator. This is so that if the enemy plays a Grommash Hellscream, we can Faceless Manipulate it, but now we don't need the Cruel Taskmaster to combo with it because we've got nothing to enrage, so we can go ahead and take him out. Up next is Ysera. Ysera is especially hard to replace, so we're just going to go ahead and put Ysera in. Now for Alexstrasza, we're going to need a couple of cards, so we're going to go ahead and take our Elven Archer and our Youthful Brewmaster and just replace those with a Bluegill Warrior, because it pretty much only ends up doing 2 damage anyway, and Bluegill Warrior is a little bit cheaper. So Alexstrasza is a card that sets the target hero's health to 15, which is really hard to get around. It's a very situational effect that's often very devastating. So to get around Alexstrasza's damage, we're going to put in a Wolf Rider, and to get around Alexstrasza's healing, we're going to put in Earthen Ring Farseer. Now I know what you might be thinking: 3 damage and 3 health. That's not really a lot, considering Alexstrasza can do up to 15 in both directions. And I'd say, of course you're right, so we'll go ahead and take out the Bluegill Warrior and put in a Youthful Brewmaster to double the damage and healing that we're going to get from our jury-rigged Alexstrasza. And here's the completed deck. Let's put in the name. Thanks for watching, guys.